Welcome to DIU Escape Room Reviews. I'm Dom.
I'm Phil.
That is Phil. And we review escape rooms.
That we do.
89 under our belt right now.
Yes, there are.
We are now season 3, episode 2. We're going to talk about Lara's Labryth in Wethersfield.
Cool place.
Very cool place. They are opening a second location in East Haven. We'll talk more about that when we get to do those rooms over there.
And good for them.
Very good for them. We did 2 of the rooms in a row, and then we went back with your daughter and Gary, part of the new DIU Escape crew, to do their last room they have over there. And then they have one more coming. So the first room we did was Dragonborn. Set in a castle setting. You got to find the Dragon Eye, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I believe it's called Dragon Eye. This room, we beat it. We had, if you look at our pictures on our website now, DIUERR.webs.com, you can see all our pictures, not all of them, but a lot of our victory pictures and stuff like that. You'll see our time on that. I think we had 12 minutes left or something to that effect.
We are undefeated at this location.
Yeah, we beat every single room at this location. There's actually quite a few locations. Actually, again, Curiosity Shop, Rhode Island. We're undefeated there. We just did, that was in season 1, previous episode, or episode 1, previous episode of this. Quite a few places we're undefeated. Technically, Rumination, because they didn't have their second room open yet. But anyway, Dragonborn.
Great wow factor walking into this room.
They have you dress up. You can wear a cloak if you feel like it.
I wore a cloak.
I did too, and then my feet started tripping over it, stepping on it, and everything else. I had to take it off. It is what it is. It was fun. Very well done. Details in here were very well done. Immersion factor through the roof. Very, very well done.
Which is the same with all their rooms.
Yeah, all the rooms. Right. Their immersion factor is through the roof. One puzzle we both really didn't particularly care about. We got our guard dog over there. Don't know what he's barking at, but it's alright. So, one puzzle we both didn't really care for too much. It really was a frustrating puzzle. Got through it though. Did what we had to do. A lot of the things we had to do in here were really, really cool. Really next gen escape room stuff.
Yep. And I think they bill themselves as 5 gen.
Whatever it is. I don't.
But everything in there is just unbelievable. The unfortunate thing about this room is that puzzle that you're talking about is one of the first things that you do, and you have to get past it
in order to get right.
It's the execution of the final stage of that puzzle leaves a lot to be desired.
Right. All in all, phenomenal room. I thought this was a really good room. Again, you feel like you're in a castle. You feel like everything was just cool about the room. Like all the effects, the only bad thing I really have to say about this room was that first puzzle.
Yeah. This room was nice because, in my mind, if you take all the little individual puzzles that I think are pretty cool and things you have to do, this room kind of had them all in there.
Right.
And I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was a good room. Space is a little deceiving as far as size.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
If you had a very large group, I don't know. I think it might be.
No, this room, if you had a
It's
large
bigger
group,
than the.
it's bigger than all the other rooms.
Right.
But for this, if you had 5-6 people, I think you could be comfortable in that room with 6 people. Any more than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But again, we're not huge fans of big groups. We basically go, if it's not just us two, it's 4 of us, possibly a 5th person. If they happen to say, hey, when are you doing an escape room again? And it's like, well, today, can I tag along? Sure.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with it. I don't want to go over 5 people, personally.
No.
But 4 people is usually a really good base for any escape room. And I think 4 people in this room, I think that first puzzle, we would have flew right by it. We would have beaten it a little, figured it out a little easier. Because I was getting frustrated, you were getting frustrated, and again, like you said, the execution of it was not very well done.
And the other complaint, not really a complaint, but more of a note that I have with this room that I have with a lot of rooms is that first puzzle was a lot of color.
Actually, this whole room was a lot of color.
And for someone who's colorblind, and it's funny because when I was at work yesterday, I met 2 other people who were colorblind. And, we're out there, and, we know how to work around it, but it doesn't make things easy or fun when color is something that's
a major factor.
Factor in the puzzle or in the room.
And honestly, this was a very color-based room. I'm trying not to spoil it. It's very well done.
With that being said, I think all of the movable props in this room, and you know what, the name's Dragonborn, and you can tell by the pictures it's a medieval kind of theme.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's a spoiler to say that there's swords and things of that nature. Yeah. All these props, whether they're movable or not, are very well constructed.
Yes.
We've done other ones where part of the prop looks fairly authentic, and then another prop is built out of a craft store.
Right. Yeah. We've run into that quite a few times.
Every bit of everything could have been authentic. I mean, it was very well put together. They felt right.
Yep.
They looked right. Color was right. Weight was right. I mean, everything.
Right. Everything was done very well.
Yeah.
All the puzzles, I enjoyed all of them, again, except for the very first one, but then again, I'm kind of biased because it was just frustrating on it. All in all, I found it to be a very, very good room.
Yep. Great delivery system.
Great delivery system. Again, if you look at our pictures on our website, DIUERR.webs.com, you'll see the Dragonborn one. Great delivery system. Seen a little bit better, and seen almost the same thing, but just done differently, and I think it was better. But all in all, it was
fit
really
the
good.
room.
Yes, it fit perfectly. It did. So, without trying to go into spoilers or any more spoilers than we kind of already did, but I'm going to actually rate this room, honestly. It's tough. I want to, because of that first puzzle, but I think I'm just biased on it. I want to do a 4 on this room. I'll be honest with you. All in all,
I think it's a 4.5 room.
I think 4.
I don't. To me, higher numbers, I don't like to give out a lot.
Right.
I think it's a 4.5 room.
I think it's a 4 room, mainly because of that one puzzle. I think though, like you said, the execution needs to be reworked a little bit.
Right.
Which.
And it's really, I think, the execution of the final step. It's not really the whole thing.
Well,
it's just the execution of the final step could be done in a more logical way, in a better way.
Yes. Again, immersion factor through the roof. Very well done. You say this with preformed with the preformed walls and stuff like that. It was done very, very well.
This is a great example of that.
Very well.
All their rooms have that.
Right.
Have that look where everything, whether it's a fake stone wall or what it is
On
perfect.
point. It is on
point. You can't fault it. You really can't.
Right. So I got 4. He's got 4.5. Let's move on to our second room. This one was I'm kind of biased to this room because of our time on this room. We missed the overall time by 15 seconds.
And that was our fault.
That was our fault, and I'll take blame for that. But that was a 4-person team. We beat this room, 2 people, 15 seconds shy of a 4-person team.
And we would have beat the time
had we figured out what we had to do for the last step.
I assumed the game was over, and it wasn't.
And I did too, and it wasn't. But we beat this room 22 minutes, 21 seconds, or vice versa, 21 minutes, 22 seconds left on the clock. Technically, we have the best time there.
2 people.
2-person. We flew through this room. This room, it was Curse of the Osiris?
I'll go with that.
Curse of the Osiris. It was in the Egyptian room. I don't even know if I actually produced the show, but we did do a review on the Skeleton Key, the Scarab Room. I don't think we put it out, but this room is the way you do an Egyptian room. This room was great. The wow factor, just walking in and looking down on the floor,
unbelievable.
The wow factor was great. Immersion through the roof. Again, everything in this room made sense.
Yep. Everything fit the theme perfectly.
We flew right through this room. No help, except for when we got to the second room. There's a puzzle in there, and I don't know if this is really a spoiler or not.
Just a setup of the puzzle. Really.
Well, not so much setup of the puzzle. You need to know the name of the gods.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know anything about Egyptian history or anything, so that was the only time we were told anything through a delivery system.
And I believe that if we had a third and maybe a 4th person to be in the other room and flipping through the book and everything else while we were doing it, we would have gotten that.
Maybe.
Because all the things are there. It's just...
Right, it's just figuring out what was what.
Yeah.
We got told what they were. We did what we had to do. But, again, the immersion, the props in this thing, through the roof.
Again, this company, all their rooms, everything fits the theme 100%. And nothing feels like craft store quality. Everything feels right. Everything looks right.
And it wasn't, again, like we did in the previous episode for Rhode Island, A plus B equaled C, and there was no leaps.
Right.
Everything just went smooth, especially this room, the Egyptian room, went very smooth. We blew right through it. Again, it was either 21 or 22 minutes left on the clock. That is what, at the time, was our best time ever.
We've since beat that.
We actually have since beat that, and when we get into the next reviews, you'll hear that. I thoroughly enjoyed this room. I thought one of my favorites. This whole place is in my top 10.
Mine too.
Again, Do Not Disturb from Escapism is my number 1. The close second is I forget what I had said previously. One day we'll just do a show of our top 10 escape rooms. Maybe we'll do that.
That would be a nice talk to have.
We would. So moving on. Oh, not moving on, but 1 to 5.
I'm at a 4.
I'm at a 4 myself. Solid room.
I like Dragonborn a little bit better than this one, personally.
Uh-huh.
I know you like this one better. It's just a personal thing, but they're both just so good.
Right.
And they're so fun, and I think that's what a lot of escape rooms miss the mark on.
Yeah, are lacking.
Yeah, they want to be smart instead of being fun.
Right.
These are both.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
The reason why I'm sticking with a 4 with this is, and actually I probably would go 4.5 on this room, but it's 4. Just the overall immersion, this room I believe was better than Dragonborn. From floor to ceiling, it was the immersion factor I believe was better. So we got 4. 4. Let's move on to cell block 4. Probably my favorite room here.
I agree.
We had 4 people. We had your daughter, Becca, and we had Gary with us, part of the now newly named DIU Escape Crew.
And you need
4 people.
4 people.
You need 4 people. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We were trying to figure out a way you could run this with less, and
There is no way of doing it.
it would be very difficult.
It would be. By far my favorite jail cell room.
Mine also.
They've shown pictures on their website. There are 4 cells in this place. I don't know if you consider this a 5-room game because you have the hallway, but there's 4 cells to search. You have to break out of your cells. You have to break out of the jail.
It's based on
Shawshank
the movie
Redemption.
The Shawshank Redemption.
And they call it the Sheepshank Redemption. Yeah, we didn't see any sheep.
Good thing.
I thought everything in there made sense. I know you and Gary stumbled on a puzzle, but
That was our fault.
after you figured it out, it made sense.
It made a lot of sense.
I wasn't really paying attention too much to that because me and your daughter were working on other things.
This is the room with the monitor.
Right. This one had the monitor right
Yes.
there, and we had talked about it how maybe you could change
Yes.
it because it
Yes,
kind of
yes,
was
yes.
there in your face.
Yes.
We were thinking of different ways to change it. I don't know if it's possible to change it that way, but all escape rooms have security cameras in it. Usually they use security cameras. Put the monitor on and maybe broadcast what the game master's watching. And then you can put your clues over that.
So it's more like a security
So you're more like
system in a jail.
in a jail cell. That's my take on it. That's my opinion on it. I mean, if it's possible, hey, maybe they'll change it and they'll do it. But by far, this was great. There was real prison toilets in it with the toilet sink combo.
Jumpsuits.
Yep. Well, you had a shirt.
I had a
Becca
shirt.
had a shirt. Me and Gary wore the jumpsuits. You could see those pictures on our website, DIUERR.webs.com.
And my shirt fit.
And your shirt fit.
Unlike the last jumpsuit.
Nope, that ain't going no more. We beat this room. We had 10, 12 minutes left. We are undefeated in this place.
I love everything about this room from the second you put your jumpsuit on until the
The whole
end of the room.
storyline,
All the way
everything
through.
worked.
The way that they bring you into the room, the way that they bring you into the cells,
Yep.
the way they locked us, everything about it
And
just was done right.
this room here is a true team building experience.
Yes.
What you find in cell A, or there's 4 cells. What you find in cell 1 may pertain to a different cell. What you find here may pertain to this. You had to work together in order to get out.
Yep.
I apologize if anybody thinks that was a spoiler, but I don't think it's actually
I don't think it's a spoiler.
But everything, down to the details, real cell bars, real cell doors, bunk beds.
That you could go on.
That you could actually jump on, yes.
We've been in other cells where they tell you, oh, the bed is just decoration.
Right.
Don't
Please
go
don't
up
sit
on
on it. Please don't put any weight on it. It's just there.
We've been in other cells where the door, the locking mechanisms on the door just don't fit to reality.
Right.
This was,
this was
real.
Top notch. The room, of course, it's a jail cell. It's an older jail cell, again, based on Shawshank Redemption, called Sheepshank. I liked, it was dark. Again, there was only one flashlight, but it worked. It was all right.
Right.
So that's, kind of contradicts what we had said earlier. There is a demon inside.
What I like about this room also is we were with 4 people able to work on multiple things at the same time.
Right, exactly.
And these things that we were doing didn't interfere with what the other people were working on.
Right.
So, at the end, everything had to come together, but we were able to work. Me and Gary would be doing something, and then me and Becca would be doing something, and everything just
fell into place.
Was a nice team.
It was
environment.
It was like a linear room, but it wasn't a linear room.
Right.
Like, we could do puzzles for certain things that we needed later. We needed that answer later.
Yep.
But it didn't hinder us from splitting off and doing what we had to do. I liked how they changed. Honestly, they changed Red's name to Blue. That was cool. Like, they had to do some changes because of course, Shawshank Redemption. I'm guessing it's a trademark infringement type thing. But
yep.
I thought, all in all, it was very well done. This whole game was very well done. Again, my favorite room of the whole place. My favorite jail cell room of 1, 2. This is our third one, I believe. Was our third jail cell one we did? My favorite one. Highly recommend this place, Lara's Labryth. Lara's Labryth in Wethersfield. Second location opening very soon in East Haven, Connecticut, where Cell Block will be there also.
Yep.
And they're going to have 2 other rooms.
And they're opening one more room at this location.
And then they're going to open up another one here. But all in all, Cell Block 4, what do you give them?
4.5.
I'm agreeing with you, 100%. Couple little details here and there, like we mentioned, maybe change those up. You probably could have gotten a 5, but Immersive, it was great. Again, we've never actually had to work together that much as a team.
Yep.
To get out, a lot of fun. This room was a lot of fun. Not frustrating. There really wasn't anything frustrating except for the ones that you and Gary were working on. But like you said, it was more you guys than it was anything else. But personally, I don't think there were any time wasters.
No.
Everything made sense, and like I said, 4.5, right across the board, man.
And it's a great example of, as opposed to Rhode Island, where you knew what puzzle was going to open what thing.
Right.
Or fairly close. I mean, it was everything was a logical leap. Nothing was
A plus B equaled C.
Yeah.
And C was here.
Yeah, nothing was
A plus B plus C equaled D, which was there.
There were a few
it made sense.
Things that when you did something, you had to, stuff in another room corresponded with it, but nothing was a big leap.
Right.
Nothing was a big leap.
Now they're opening a 4th room in Wethersfield called Red Riding Hood, and it's going to be
very dark
horror type room. And then let's jump into East Haven real quick. They're going to have Cell Block 4, a room called Meltdown, and a museum heist. Very much looking forward to doing these last 3 rooms. And what we'll probably do is do another review on Lara's Labryth and add Riding Hood, Meltdown, and the Museum Heist as one more review.
Yep.
So again, highly recommend these guys. They're very accommodating. We called up an hour before we even went up there. It's a 45-minute ride, 40-minute ride from where we are, and we were talking back and forth with them. Well, you were, and they accommodated us. They actually called their game master and asked if they would stay, and the game master was actually leaving the next day to go on a trip, and she stayed. They stayed open late for us. We appreciate that for the first time that we did it. Very accommodating with the second time we were there.
Everybody that we dealt with, from the game master to the other game master to the owner, to everyone that was in that place was very happy, was very enthusiastic, was very friendly, was very interested in our game and what we did.
And actually, this place here was the first place that we saw the whole egressors passport, because we started using. We just got these in, just got our stamps from. No, we didn't go to Rhode Island yet.
We had not gone.
We had not gone to Rhode Island, but we had our passport, and we brought them thinking that maybe they would have.
Yeah.
But they have a different one, which is where we found out how you keep track of your stuff online.
Yep.
Which is very, very good, and links to those are both on our website. DIUERR.webs.com. Check it all out. Again, check out Lara's Labryth. Highly recommend this place. Whether it's Wethersfield, check out their East Haven when they open, which I believe will be sometime April 2019. I don't know when you guys are watching this show. I'm not saying what date it is, but
and when you go there, read the doors to the room. They don't have leaderboards. They use their door. If you win the room, you sign the door.
If you lose,
you sign in the bathroom.
Or the counter.
Or the counter.
Because the counter was all covered too. And I think actually the wall started behind the desk. But again, highly recommend these guys. Check them all out. Lara's Labryth. Website's going to be down here. If you like our videos, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. You want us to come check out your room, review a room, beta test a room, whatever you want, man. Email us. What's our email, Phil?
DIU Escape Room Review, singular, @gmail.com.
Yeah.
Everything else is plural.
Everything else is plural, yeah. You'll see it all there on the bottom third. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Dom.
I'm Phil.
That is Phil. We'll see you when we see you.
Peace.
Later.